Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first Ghost Stories on Ronald's Adventures. This is going to be a new series. I don't know how long it'll last, but we're going to come together and tell a ghost story or two. So tonight, this is our first story. I was always skeptical that ghosts could exist, but after experiencing this firsthand, I am now and always will be a believer that there is more to our existence than what we see. It all started one night. My girlfriend and I were getting ready for bed. My girlfriend at this time lived in a really nice apartment by herself, so I would stay with her every few nights. As I was getting ready for bed and washing my face in the upstairs bathroom, I felt like she was standing next to me. I couldn't see with my face covered in soap and water, but I started talking to her. To my shock, when I dried my face and opened my eyes, no one was there. It sent a chill down my spine and left me with an eerie feeling. I told my girlfriend about it, and she said she felt something similar that evening. Regardless, we both went to sleep and didn't think anything of it. This is when it starts to get weird. The next day, we both get to her place at the same time. When she opens the garage, it's a double car garage, so I park on the right and her on the left. One of her winter car tires was moved to the very center of the garage, so neither of us could park. I thought she was playing a joke on me after the night before, but I could tell she was genuinely upset and freaking out. Neither of us had an explanation for it, so we did the common sense thing of sleeping at my apartment that night. My girlfriend was from out of town and didn't have anyone else that had access to the apartment. So we both became worried that someone had broken in, even though nothing was stolen. The next day, we decided to put security cam and alarms on all the doors. They were the type that you had to glue one to the door and one to the frame, so that if the door opened, that the alarm would go off, and we put one on every door and felt somewhat secure. But right as we were about to go to bed and turn the alarms on, we heard a woof noise in the hall of the front door. Somehow, the alarm was removed from the door and slid across the entire floor. We tried reenacting what the sound would be like if it had fallen, and it was totally different. Something took it off the door and slid it across the floor without it making a crashing or falling sound. We slept at my apartment again that night. We ended up returning the next day and just putting crosses all over the house, and we never had another issue where she lived. It was more so for older people due to the high cost. We could see ambulance there all the time, so my guess is that the previous owner maybe died and didn't want us there. All I know is that ghosts and maybe demons are real, and I will forever believe that. If you guys have a ghost story that you would like to share here on the channel with us, go ahead and email it in to me or send me a message with it, and maybe you'll get featured on one of these stories. With that being said, I hope you all have a spooky night.